and welcome back to episode 11, legs 11 of the Justice for Johnny Freight Train. Today something difficult. I think I once said if it's got more than 3 ingredients, that's cooking. Less than 3 ingredients, not cooking. So this is a bit of, we're doing the real survival because it makes you think. And it's something I did at the local leagues club. I used to, on Tuesday night, when I had money, would go in and get a dinner, glass of wine, but the special was second meal, half price. So I took a backpack with a container and I'd have the salt and pepper squid because that's really nice, but I'd have this salmon and prawn linguine, half price, which I, when no one was looking, put in the container in the backpack and took it home because they don't encourage takeaway. So I found a way around that. So after a few times I thought I could do this. So about 18 months ago I gave it a go. I think I went overboard because I bought $30 worth of seafood. I made this mountain of, had about 4 nights in a row I had the same meal. It was nice, but a bit boring by number 4. So, what do we do? Into our little kitchen. Now remember, the house is being sold. This big kitchen is going to be a little kitchen because, as I say, I'm going to it's a retirement home. I say nursing home. It's a retirement home. And everything's a lot smaller, so I'm downsizing. Have a look for a garage sale or find me on Gumtree. A few things there. So what are we going to do first? Salmon and prawn linguine. Obviously, it contains linguine. This is the good stuff. Quite often I use the San Remo, like $3 for half a kilo or whatever. This $3.75 is about $6. It's the nice stuff. It's really good stuff. Now, when you weren't looking, I got the water boiling rather than us looking at each other for some period of time. It's been salted, which I did, and it just goes in there. 3-second rule, but I won't do that because I haven't cleaned the floor yet.
Plus it's raw.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm going to do that for 8 minutes and I'm going to set the timer. Because if I play games or I get distracted, remember distraction, unfortunately, yeah, things happen. So next thing we're going to do is the salmon and prawn bit. So this one should be going. I always worry about running out of gas, but hasn't happened yet. Touch wood. So we're going to heat that. And we're going to, I'm going well, this is like from memory, I was studying a bit earlier. Put a bit of oil in. I haven't had a few cases of the Red Island turn up, so obviously they're not watching. That's sad. It's nice oil. I used to like the Cobram, but full price is $60 for 3 litres, so that's a bit rich, just a little bit cheaper. And I think just as good. Now, okay, so that's boiling away. We'll just let that boil away. This is Friday, and Saturday I shampoo the cooktop and clean it. Obvious reasons, because things boil over. Things happen. Now, what I haven't done and showed you, peeled the prawns. The oven is cooking up, heating up. What I did was peel the prawns, but I left them big. Now, it says to get green ones, and then you can play with it later. I wasn't comfortable with that. So, where's my knife? I just peeled the prawns, and all I'm going to do, they're like tiger prawns, is just chop them up into pieces. You can leave them whole, but at the club they had bite-sized pieces. And while the oven is warming, I am just slicing and dicing. Puts a bit more colour through the linguine, I think, when there's lots of little bits rather than some big bits. I bought out the entire 13 prawns looking at me. I wasn't happy with an odd number, I wasn't happy with 13, but I thought I couldn't leave one behind, could I? Probably the staff would eat it. There we go. So, I peeled those earlier, and you put your prawn shells and whatever in a bag in the freezer so they don't stink, because garbage isn't for another 4 days. and then it's the garbage people's problem. I'll just turn that down because we're still moving furiously. I like to give a little stir to separate it. There we go. I'll turn that right down. Stop boiling it over. Okay, so that's done, that's done, that's done. The oven's heating up. You're heating up. So the first thing we do...
Hopefully the comments section will heat up too.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to put this and the garlic in. These are shallots. Shalotties, which I've said nicely fine. I just chopped them up. So, a couple of those. Oh good, it's cracked sizzling. That's what I wanted to hear. So we just do a couple of spoonfuls in of there. You can crush your own garlic. I'm being lazy. I'm cheating, remember? Cheating's good. There's no such thing as too much garlic. One more. Says two. I like it. Keep the vampires away. Think. So we will just. This is a non-stick. I think I said once before that I was the one who chose the height of that glass top, and I just hit my head again, which is so annoying. And all I remember is it was my choice to have it at forehead height. Now it says, it's going a bit crazy. That's the big unit, so I'll just turn the gas down a bit. This is why I clean on a Saturday morning. So the idea is just to soften the onion, shallots, whatever you want to call them, spring onions, something like that. Very hard to find. We always have it marked differently to what the recipe does. So, anyway, that's just tootling along. The good thing about this recipe is it does contain wine.
Because the recipes aren't written in Australian.
That would be it. That would be it. Now, just in case.
Probably say ounces, right? Instead of grams.
Don't you hate that? My glasses. Yeah. So, the oven. Oh, this is going to be exciting. Let's just put that off there for a second. We have the salmon. So, what we're going to do is walk over to here. And I bought 2 small pieces of salmon.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
No, I just said to the lady, one seemed small and I didn't want it to get lonely, so we got 2. So, let's get some, just get some of this. My daughter will be wearing gloves at this point because it feels squishy. So, and you just bring it up, crunch it up there. If you're just doing salmon by itself, maybe
Looks
a little bit of oil.
Looks like skin off salmon.
Yeah, that's all right. It's going to be fun getting that off, isn't it? I'm going to turn it over. It's only the only salmon that was left there. So we just put that up there, so it's like a little suitcase, so that the air can circulate. And I'll just fork it off when it's done. It comes in here. That had gone out, hadn't it? Anyway. On this instance, I'm using the big oven. Let's use that. Keep going. That's why I wear glasses, I can't see the numbers. Okay, so that's happening. Now that's happening for 15 minutes. So, it doesn't matter that the linguine is just about done. because the timer's about to go off. It says to keep hold of the water, the salted water, whatever, because we're going to be using that for the sauce, just to help it. So, and it heats up later when it all comes together. So that's the timer going for that. I'm going to put the timer in for another 14 minutes for the salmon, so it can cook. We are, what is good? If I was on me here, fry the top down. This is a good bit. 100 mils of wine. The New Zealand so blanc a little bit. This is all an ambidextrous.
Google mils if you're in another country.
Yep. I think 100 mils is about 4 ounces. But then American ounces are sort of slightly different to ours. So that can go in there. That can go there. We'll go back there. So we've got this all happening. So that has come off. Normally I just tip it all out, but the recipe says hang on to the water. So we'll turn that off. Wander over because I have my little Holland drainy doodad. So I'm just gonna, you don't need all of that water. It's the salty whatever water. That's probably enough and I can just ladle it out later when I need it. Sit there. We are getting a ladle. I can go back onto the cooktop and just wait till we need it. It'll stay hot. No problem at all. Okay. So our sauce is sort of happening. I can smell the wine. I can smell the alcohol. That's all right. We said before, normally I'd have the exhaust fan going, but it's like a tractor engine, so you wouldn't hear anything. Okay, where are we at? At the 100 metres away, remove the pan from the heat and stir in the cream fresh, otherwise known as sour cream. How much do I need? 150 mils. So that is, turn that off, because you don't want to boil it. You boil it, you burn it. And what did I forget to put in? Just a spoonful of dill. It's not working too well. Just go crazy. Okay. Give that a little stir while I'm waiting. Doesn't matter if you forget things like I do. What did I forget a month or two ago? I thought something was lacking colour, and then in the fridge I found the bowl of red capsicum that I had sliced and diced and totally forgot about. So I just munched on it for a snack, because it's nice. I like red capsicum, I've told you before. We're going to add in the cream fresh, sour cream. How much do I want?
150.
150 out of a 250, so that's 60%. This is the arithmetic lesson.
More than half, that's for
How did
sure.
I get to that? Okay, it's 250 grams, 4 times that's 1,000, 4 times 150 is 600, so 60% of that container. I was the arithmetician. So we're going to pop that in. It's going to be stirred in. Get off. Thank you. Good enough.
I think that's more like 59%, Johnny.
Oh no!
Oh, now it's 60.5.
That'll do. Never have too much. Stir it in. Read the creamy sauce with salt, pepper, and lemon juice. Season it. Oh, I better get salt and pepper. So many things in this thing. And what I haven't done, I've got this stirring thing. Wait, let me break that down a bit. I can't let it boil. That's it. Break it down, join everything else. We are going to, I can pop that in there. We're athletes, we run around, we just get rid of all the salt from our bodies, don't we? It was a very sweaty Wednesday night. Bonk. That's another bonk on the forehead. Now I'm cooking the salmon, but like I said, the recipe says for green prawns, but I tend to never get them right, so I'm going to add the prawns in at the very last bit. It's just to heat them up. They've all been cooked. I can smell the alcohol, I can smell the cream, smell other bits and pieces. Now, the one thing I didn't get out is half a lemon. We have to buy half a lemon. You will do. This is the worst knife ever for washing up because you tend to lose little tips of your fingers when you grab. And I got one of those Coles, use the credits, and I bought a bigger knife. The lady on the checkout says, very sharp. Well, didn't I find that? Because I just nicked my finger and there was blood everywhere in the washing up.
I got the entire Curtis Stone barbecue set with my Coles credits.
Wow. See, that's the benefit of having 4 kids.
I might have had help from my mum and sister.
Oh, okay. If you're shopping, we're just going to...
You get lots of credits when you got a family of 6.
What have I got going at the moment? Oh, there's a... there it is. Get that little bloody seed out. Nothing worse than chewing on the seed. Get back. Spend $80 a week for 4 weeks, and I get $50 worth of points. And
I love those ones.
I just
and $80, that's easy.
Yeah. Well, the last 4 weeks it was $70, so they figured I made that quite easily, and they put me up to 80. As my daughter said, Dad, your next one's going to be 100, and then I'll just ignore them for a couple of weeks, go to Woolworths, and they will start me off at 70 again. See? Who's in charge? Me. Okay, back to staying.
Yeah, if you keep going, it's like spend $200 for 4 weeks. No.
Well, that's what she gets.
Start again.
She's by herself with a 4-year-old, and she gets this thing to spend $200. And it's like, nah. Okay, return to the pan on low heat and add the raw prawns. We're not going to do that. We're waiting because our salmon has 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go. I just like to keep it a little bit warm without... Yeah, I got a cut on my finger because the lemon juice went in that cut. Ouch. Okay. Allow the sauce to boil at any point. Tight. Gently cook for a minute or so until the prawns start to turn bright pink. Well, we've done all that. Remove the pan from heat again until the salmon and pasta are ready to be added. When the salmon is cooked, remove from the oven. Yes, I know how to do that. So there is a little bit of off and on, toing and froing. And keep the sauce hot, but don't turn it off. Don't burn it. There. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Smooth. The idea of the water from the pasta is that you can lighten up the sauce, but when I did this the first time, with all the liquid that's in there. It really didn't need lightening up to me. That's, what do you think, Techco? I mean, that's a nice sauce. Consistency.
Looks
You
good.
don't want it too runny, yeah. Otherwise you end up with soup. You don't want that. So
I should
it's
have
there
brought
just in case.
Should have brought some low carb pasta with me.
Ooh. Is that like gluten free? I had some gluten free cake the other day.
Most low carb things are gluten free.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, we know I go to church and sometimes the old ladies bring this gluten free cake and it's like, no more, no more. I go to the bad stuff. Full cream milk, sugar, look at me, size of a house. Mind you, this shirt's been wearing a bit of dinner, that's good. Just as well I got 5 more. And the salmon's good, move in the oven. Gently flake the salmon with the fork and add to the sauce in the pan. Mix in gently. Next add the cooked linguine. Just to warm it all up. So linguine's over there, draining. This has 3 minutes to go. Why don't we do something exciting like press pause and come back in 3 minutes. Okay, boys and girls, the timer has gone off. The salmon should be ready. If it's not, then no. It's had more than enough time. So we turn off the oven. Now without the house moving out, I have hired 2 cleaners, one to do the kitchen, one to do some bathrooms. Because I said I didn't want to do the yucky jobs, I'm doing everything else. So, come out here. It's a bit pink for me. What do you reckon?
Viewers, what do you think?
Let me.
No, not yet.
I'll just give it a little bit more, I think. I think that happened the last time. Clock. Let's give it 3. Taste a look first. So our prawns are ready that we chopped up. Linguine's ready. Sauce is ready. We're only waiting. Salmon must be female. We're only waiting on the salmon.
Alright, we'll pause again.
We'll pause again till we get it right. Okie dokie. It's been 3 minutes and then another 3 minutes because I'm not used to cooking in the lower oven and it just took a bit longer. Silly me had it on, didn't have it in the middle. But this will be fine. So, and I didn't get skin on, so it doesn't matter. We just got to fork off. That was a Paul Hogan joke, thank you. Tech Buddy Adam got it. Fork off, yep. The salmon, and normally the skin would stay there, look like that is, yep. And we're just going to put it over there. Been wanting to use that one for ages. I think episode 2 you said, give the comedy a miss. Sad, sad. It's very hot outside and the dog is inside and the dog is hiding away over there. And she can probably smell this. And hoping that she gets the skin. Well, Tina dog does not a lot of skin. I'll save her a bit. I'll save her a bit because I'm a good master. Actually, what I don't like, I never like the grey bits. What about you?
Oh, they don't look nice, but I just eat them anyway.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'm a sook. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. You can fight Tina. She's disabled, so she gives a handicap. Yep, that'll do. Okay. So we're just separating it a little bit so that it's chunky. That's why I cut the prawns up, so they're chunky. So we're going to do that. Okay, go there. Now we come over to the cooktop. And I can get rid of it. The dog's head has gone up because she can smell food. Can't you, Tina? Smile to the ground. Okay, so we put that back on, the sauce back on. We're going to mix in our prawny bits. Remember, 13 bodies. I would have gone more, but that's all they had. Imagine how much I had the first time I did it when I had $32 worth of seafood. It's quite the mountain. So, the heat's on. We're just going to, I can tell the heat's on because it's warmed up. Now, I'm just coating that, mixing it around, coating it, okay? Doing that. Now, remember it's called salmon and prawn linguine. That's actually firmed up a little bit, so I might actually put a bit of, just put that there. I'm just going to get the linguine, add that. Do you think Phil will like some of this?
Yeah. I'm not big on prawns, but yeah, she'd probably eat it.
Yeah, we just need a bit of heat to loosen that up.
Plus, I'm not big on pasta because I'm low carb.
You're what? You're not?
It's low carb.
It's not low carb, no. Well, you just need to separate it all. So, remember what I just said, we're going to put a little bit of just two. The problem with any resembling cooking is it takes a lot of washing up.
But we got to eat.
True. If you got to eat, you may as well eat well. That's why it's a survival show. That's why we're keeping you going. See, the X is probably just having a Vegemite sandwich.
We're keeping Kev going.
On your Kev, on your buddy. He's the one very vocal watcher, subscriber. Now, if I just get Elon Musk to have a look, he could afford a few dollars for the GoFundMe page. No one else has. The good thing is, it says serves two. Golly,
Two.
You'd really want to be hungry, wouldn't you? I'll give you a container to take home. What did you take last time? Did we get rated? Oh, yeah, Heath had the snitty.
We redid the schnitzel. You'll be disappointed there's no schnitzel this week. I said to him, you'll have to watch the episode and learn how to make it, Heath.
Yeah, and special guest chef could be Scarlett doing a spag bowl.
Yeah.
Now, where I'm going in my new digs, I know a couple there, and he used to be a chef. He can slice and dice while having a conversation, looking elsewhere, and still keep all his fingers. He's that good. I've seen him do it. Bizarre. Well, all this needs is a bowl, some lemon wedges of the half a lemon that you have left over, and you're good to go. Just mix that up like that. You can put a bit more in, but I don't like too much. Don't look like soup. That's the linguine is probably absorbing a bit of that. There you go. That's the third time I've hit my forehead.
You should wear a helmet when you're cooking.
Cooking is dangerous. There we go. That's nice and loose and soft and yummy. And I would probably a bit more pepper and salt. A bit more pepper and salt. And that's how we do it. You've made enough, not for two, as the recipe says, but you've made it for, I reckon, about at least 3 or 4. Maybe 2 adults and 2 kids.
Well, maybe 2 of me, but 4 of you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So that's it. That's episode 11. It's easy to do. You can knock it. Just preparation is everything, like in tennis. Preparation. Get good ingredients, and you've got a couple of meals, and it really hasn't cost a lot. Even though the salmon and the prawn is not cheap, you get about 3 meals. It's about $8 a meal. So beat that. Cheaper than the restaurant. Cheaper than the club even. Of course, the alcohol brings the price up. I do have a few glasses. So I hope it's been helpful. I hope it's been inspirational of some description. And we do have Tennis Buddy, PJ, for episode 12.
Back by popular demand.
Yes, I begged him to come back. I said, I have a slot to fill. Come and do it. He's going to cook Mexican. So look forward to that next week. But in the meantime, in the comments, do some comments, and we'll see you next week. Toot, toot.